President John Dramani Mahama has announced a bold plan to overhaul Ghana's secondary school placement system, describing the current model as unfair and a major source of yearly frustrations for students and parents. Speaking at the 65th anniversary celebration of Ghana Senior High School Ghanasco in Tamale, President John Dramani Mahama said the existing categorization of senior high schools into A, B, and C has created deep inequalities in access and quality. According to him, the school placement system has run into problems because schools are categorized in three categories. About half of the student population in secondary schools are in what are called category C schools, and most people don't want to go to category C schools. President stressed that the disparities in infrastructure and academic environment make many schools less desirable, leaving the computer placement system overwhelmed by competition for limited spaces in Category A institutions. President reaffirmed the commitment echoed in the 2022 budget statement that government will immediately begin upgrading the first batch of 30 Category C schools.
One of the initiatives that we are coming up with is to try and resolve the problem of the school placement system. The school placement system has run into problems because schools are categorized in three categories. One is Category A, the second is Category B, and the third is Category C. About half of the student population in secondary school are in what are called Category C schools. And most people don't want to go to Category C schools. And so we need to improve the infrastructure in Category C and Category B so that everywhere, every school will be a Category A school. That is how it should be. And so, as the finance minister said in the budget, we're selecting the first 30 Category C schools. We're going to build science laboratories, we're going to build dormitories, we're going to build classroom blocks, we're going to do STEM laboratories for them so that we can expand those Category C schools to either Category B or Category A, in order that any school that any Ghanaian child gets, he will feel confident that he has a good chance of making it into tertiary education.
The president also pledged of urgent expansion of infrastructure at his alma mater, Ghana Senior High School Ghanasco, describing the state of facilities as severely overstretched.
But we know that our school faces many challenges. At the time we were students in this school, we were just about 400 of us. Today, you are 10 times that number, 4,500. When the headmaster said it, I was shocked. But the facilities have not expanded too much beyond what they were when we were there. So you can understand that there's a lot of pressure on the infrastructure. And so even though Ghanasco is considered a Category A school because of your performance, I do believe that Ghanasco is in need of expansion and more infrastructure and to make it worthy of being called a Category A school. So on the occasion of this 65th anniversary, we're going to cut short for several things. But I remember that on the 60th anniversary, we did our bit and renovated Manzava and Cabral halls. And by the auspices of Lodina, the First Lady, she got the GET fund to build the Lodina Mahama Hall, which managed to expand the number of girls in Ghanasco. And so we need to invest more to consolidate Ghanasco's position as a Category A school. And that means that we must build more accommodation for both staff and students.